Hi there. We are here at Evolution Trainings in Playa El Coco, Nicaragua. And I am here with Anna, who has been my roommate for the last 5 days. And Anna's been here for a month. And this morning we did a treatment. And I'm just going to have Anna take you through what she does for work and how she helps heal people and really what she's been doing since she's been here at the retreat with Michelle Fleming.
So, hi everybody. My name's Anna Mulholland. I'm out of Boston, but I've been here in Nicaragua with Michelle for a really wonderful extended visit. Michelle and I are colleagues and longtime friends, and Michelle led a training this morning in a yoga setting where she was talking people through a method of releasing the spine so that a lot of people hold a lot of tension in the spine, and Michelle and I have trained extensively in a modality known as structural integration, which is the generic form of Rolfing, and we both studied for years and years, and we just love this stuff, and we are really super geeky about it, and we'll talk about fascia and anatomical detail till the cows come home. And I paired with Michelle this morning, and the idea was to find tension spots within the spine in between different vertebrae by putting them together to put all of the tissue into slack. And so Michelle, it turns out, had a horrible car accident 10 years ago and has been in constant pain in her right shoulder. Is that overstating it? And so we were working on her spine, and that kind of led me a little bit to the side of that, because my training means that I kind of seek out the area that's in dysfunction. And my tagline is I'm fascinated by fascia, so I am indeed fascinated by fascia, and particularly by what we call fascial adhesions, which is where the fascia sticks together and means that the whole system doesn't work that great because there's things that are stuck together. So like if you glue things together and then ask them to function independently, they don't like it. I like to say that we want the parts of the body to work as a team, not as a chain gang. And so I found a little soldered together part in Michelle's shoulder, and I think it was a little bit startling actually for you to experience having somebody get in there, and it feels good because the thing that wants to be tended to is being tended to, but it also is what I like to call sensory rich. Was it a sensory rich experience?
It was. I honestly didn't think you were going to find it so quick. And like you went right to the spot. Once Orion moved out of the way and you took over, you found the connection to the spine, to the shoulder. And when you started working on it, it took you a very short amount I could feel them kind of talking to one another in a strange way. And it was a bit painful. Mm-hmm. But then it felt so good.
Yeah, so there is that, like, well, we like to call it sensory rich rather than painful because, it's a euphemism. And it's also a pain that should really be within tolerance. Like, people need to be able to breathe through it, speak through it, and, ask for a slower approach if they can't do that. But I like to find the things that need to be pushed together so that they can then become separated. And so Michelle had the experience that was in her shoulder, and from my point of view, it was more in the ribs, mm-hmm. and in the connection between the ribs and the spine. And that's a frequent occurrence with people, that they have an idea of where it is because that's where they experience it, but maybe the adhesion is local or even fairly far away. And if once you find it and you're able to give some slack to that tissue, then it kind of like breathes a sigh of relief almost, and it's like, oh, thank God I can stop being stuck together. And Michelle has reported that her shoulder hasn't been hurting all day, which is like, yay.
It's amazing. It was amazing, and it wasn't painful per se, like I couldn't stand it. but just it being
And it was brief
moved.
too.
It was brief.
Probably less than 60 seconds of really intensive work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, just to get back to evolution training, this is Michelle's specialty. Michelle's specialty is as a yoga teacher. And
Michelle Fleming.
Michelle Fleming. Oh, no, this is Michelle
Bell.
Bell. Michelle Fleming, who is, the leader of these retreats, specializes in this, and that's how we know each other. So I too specialize in it, but Michelle really brings together a group to do transformative work that is physical and spiritual, and so we have that. I'm obviously revel in the physical piece, but the spiritual piece has also been really fantastic. I've been so blessed to be here for this entire month, doing yoga daily, eating fantastic food, engaging in meaningful activities and transformative spiritual. We did a whole thing on astrology, for example, and, walking on the beach. It is really a wonderful environment for healing, and I'm really happy to have been able to participate in helping Michelle, find relief from something that she'd sort of more or less come to accept, which is the whole point, is that if you have these nagging pains from accidents that you've kind of given up on, seek out me or Michelle or somebody like us, and there is a really viable way to get better. And the spiritual, emotional, and physical all go together. So.
Well, thank you so much, Anna. Thank you for the treatment. Thank you for being here.
You're
and
welcome.
I'm so glad that we met. And I'm going to be sad to see Anna leave tomorrow. And I will be sure to put Anna's information up on the post, as well as Michelle Fleming. And if you have any questions, just reach out, and Anna will answer any questions.